Hello there, my name is Richard McMunn from the interview training website, passmyinterview.com, and in this tutorial, I will teach you how to prepare for a ramp agent interview. So if you are applying to become a ramp agent with any airline whatsoever, make sure you stay tuned because I promise to help you pass your interview at the very first attempt. And to achieve that goal, this is what I will cover during this tutorial. Number one, I will give you a list of ramp agent interview questions I strongly recommend you prepare for. These questions come up all the time during ramp agent interviews. You need to have top scoring answers prepared. Number two, I will then give you two very important tips for answering each of those ramp agent interview questions so you get the highest scores possible. I will then give you an example answer to each ramp agent interview question. And then finally, number four, I will tell you where you can instantly download my full set of 21 ramp agent interview questions and top scoring answers in a PDF guide. And just very quickly, if you are new to this channel, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Thousands of you are passing your interviews. I can only help you if you are subscribed. And please just give the video a like because that tells me you find these tutorials useful and it also motivates me to create more content for you. Thank you very much indeed. Okay, so the first ramp agent interview question I want you to prepare for is tell me about yourself. So this will be the first ramp agent interview question you must answer. My advice is to practice your response until you know it off by heart, because this will ensure your interview gets off to a positive start. And tip number two, in your answer, demonstrate you have the skills and qualities needed to excel in the role of a ramp agent and, more importantly, operate with safety at the forefront of your mind. So I will talk about safety quite often during this tutorial. Safety is absolutely crucial to your success in the role. So here's my example answer to help you. Tell me about yourself. Here we go. I would describe myself as practical, physically strong, determined, and a resilient team player who has all the necessary attributes required to become a safe and competent ramp agent. In previous jobs, I was often praised by my supervisors for my fast pace of work, reliability, flexibility, and positive nature. Outside of work, I keep myself fit and active, and I have a keen interest in self-development. I have studied the job description for becoming a ramp agent carefully, and I'm confident I have the necessary communication and interpersonal skills, tenacity, attention to detail, problem solving, and safety awareness capabilities to be a great asset to your team. So that's a really good answer, a confident answer to that first ramp agent interview question. Tell me about yourself. Now, the next question is, tell me about a time when you had to handle a dangerous situation. So this type of question comes up all the time during ramp agent interviews. Tip number one, being able to respond quickly, calmly, and professionally to dangerous situations is part of the role of a ramp agent. Tip number two, give a specific situation where you acted quickly and competently to either respond to a dangerous situation or prevent one from happening in the first place. So here's my example answer to assist you. Tell me about a time when you had to handle a dangerous situation. Here we go. In a previous role, I was working in a warehouse when I noticed a member of staff operating a forklift truck without the necessary safety clothing or procedures in place. There were lots of people working in the warehouse at the time, and there was the potential for a dangerous occurrence to take place. I immediately went over to the forklift truck driver and asked him to stop what he was doing. I explained that he should be wearing a helmet and high visibility jacket, and warning signs should be in place at both ends of the racking aisle to warn others of the hazard. He apologised and took immediate steps to put things right. I then informed the warehouse manager about the dangerous occurrence so he could take steps to ensure the same situation never happened again. That's a really good answer, and it shows that you respond to dangerous situations in a safe and competent manner. Now, don't go anywhere because I still have more questions and answers to give you, but when you're ready, you can click that link in the top right-hand corner of the video and head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can download my full set of 21 ramp agent interview questions and top scoring answers in a PDF guide, including the ones we are working through together today. So here's the next question I recommend you prepare for, and that is, how would you cope working in a fast-paced environment? Tip number one. So if you are the type of person who prefers to sit behind a desk and go through their work at a slow pace, a ramp agent job is probably not going to be for you. Tip number two, in your answer, demonstrate you are comfortable working at pace and you have held positions previously where there was a constant supply of duties and responsibilities for you to complete. Here's my example answer to help you. How would you cope working in a fast-paced environment? I am very comfortable working in a fast-paced environment. In fact, in my last role, I had challenging daily targets to achieve, and my supervisor was very proactive when it came to delegating tasks. My personality is such that I prefer to be busy because the working day goes faster and you gain a sense of pride in your work because you are achieving many things. There is nothing worse than sitting around with nothing to do, so I prefer to have a job where I must focus, follow rules and procedures, and act quickly and decisively. That's a really good answer to that common ramp agent interview question. How would you cope working in a fast-paced environment? Here's the next question. Tell us about a time when you didn't see eye to eye with a co-worker. Tip number one. Now, your ability to get on with your co-workers and overcome conflict quickly will be crucial to your success in the position of a ramp agent. Tip number two, in your answer, give a specific situation where you quickly took positive action to resolve any conflict and did the right thing that was in the best interests of your employer. So here's my top scoring example answer to help you. Tell us about a time when you didn't see eye to eye with a co-worker. Here we go. A new piece of equipment arrived at the company I was working for. The equipment was one that everyone in the team was familiar with. However, there had been some updates to the operational procedures, so I stated we should all take the time to read them before using the equipment. My colleague disagreed. He said it was a waste of time reading them because we had all used the equipment before. I explained in a calm manner that we had a duty to familiarise ourselves with the procedures just in case anything had changed. I further explained that an accident could occur if we didn't read them, and I wasn't prepared to put anyone in danger through my own negligence. He then changed his mind and agreed to sit down with the rest of the team and read through the updated operational manual. So that's a really good answer, and it shows that you can resolve conflict positively in the best interests of your employer, and again, you are acting with safety at the forefront of your mind. Here's the next question I recommend you prepare for. Are you comfortable working in the elements? Tip number one. Now, ramp agents must work in all types of weather. Furthermore, they must carry out their duties safely and competently despite the cold, wind, or rain. Tip number two. Don't just say, yes, you are comfortable working in the elements. Tell the interviewer you are used to being outside and give an example where possible. Here's my example response to help you pass your ramp agent interview. Are you comfortable working in the elements? Yes, I'm very comfortable working in the elements. I have considered what it takes to be a ramp agent, and I understand I must work in the cold, wet, heat, wind, and even snow. I keep myself fit and active outside of work and often go running in all weathers. Therefore, it is not a problem for me working outside, regardless of the season or the conditions I am in. So that's another confident answer that will help you pass your ramp agent interview. Here's the next question. Why do you want to work for our airline? Tip number one. So this is one of the most common ramp agent interview questions, and my advice is to research the airline before you attend your ramp agent interview. Tip number 2, give positive reasons why you want to work for their airline, such as how they support their employees and perhaps have an excellent safety record. Here's my example answer to assist you. Why do you want to work for our airline? I want to work for your airline because you have a great reputation, your safety record is excellent, you support your staff, provide the right training, and the salary and benefits are attractive. You have been around for many years as an airline, and because I am seeking long-term employment as a ramp agent, I am confident I will have long-term employment with you, providing I do an excellent job. That's a really good answer. Here's the next question. How do you feel about working shifts? So as you know, as a ramp agent, you will probably have to work shifts. Tip number 1. So everyone says they are comfortable working shifts until they actually have to do them. So working shifts impacts your social life, sleep, and even your family. Tip number 2, in your answer, show you have considered fully the consequences of working shifts and convince the hiring manager you are more than happy with the change in lifestyle. Here's my example answer. How do you feel about working shifts? Again, this is something I have considered carefully before applying to become a ramp agent. I am aware of the shift patterns and I'm entirely comfortable with them. I've spent many years working regular 9 to 5 hours, so I'm actually looking forward to a change. I've also considered carefully how shift work will impact my social life and my family, and it will not be a problem. In fact, I think my family are looking forward to me being out of the house a lot more once I become a ramp agent. That's a really good answer, and you are also adding a little bit of humour at the end of your response. Here's the next question I strongly recommend you prepare for. How would you handle a safety issue as a ramp agent? Tip number 1. So safety is an absolute priority in the role of a ramp agent. Give an answer that demonstrates your awareness of how important safety is. Tip number 2. Use a step-by-step process for dealing with safety issues, and don't forget to mention you would report the incident so lessons can be learned. Here's my example answer to help you. How would you handle a safety issue as a ramp agent? Here we go. I would step in and stop the incident immediately if it was safe to do so. I would then inform the person or persons who were acting unsafely what they were doing wrong, inform my supervisor about the situation, log the event, and ensure positive steps were taken to prevent it from happening again. Finally, I would ensure safety awareness training was provided to everyone in the team, regardless of whether they were involved in the situation or not. There might also be a duty to share the safety incident with other airlines or airports so they can learn from it too. So that's how I would answer that difficult but common ramp agent interview question. How would you handle a safety issue? So the next thing to do is make sure you click that link right now in the top right hand corner of the video. Head straight through to my website, passmyinterview.com, and you can instantly download my full set of 21 ramp agent interview questions and top scoring answers in a PDF guide. You get all of the questions and answers that I've covered today in this tutorial, plus an additional load more questions and answers that will help you pass your ramp agent interview. At the very least, to make sure you go through to that page, because on the website, I have included 3 smart questions you can ask at the end of your ramp agent interview when they say to you, that's the end of your interview. Do you have any questions for us? Most people respond by saying, no, I don't have any questions. But I think it's really important to ask smart questions that show you can excel in the position of a ramp agent and be safe and competent at all times. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. By subscribing, I can help you not just pass every job interview you ever attend, I can help you to negotiate a salary and progress throughout your career. Please give the video a like. It's a small ask, but it really does motivate me to create more content for you. And don't forget to connect with me on LinkedIn. I've put my LinkedIn link in the description below the video. It's always a pleasure to connect with like-minded professionals such as yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best for passing your ramp agent interview. Have a great day.